Ladies and gentlemen, it's Travis here, and welcome back to the SF Bay Area SportsTalk channel. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. Unfortunately, tonight for the San Francisco Giants, another very tough loss, 8-4 against the division rival Arizona Diamondbacks. And this loss really hurts a lot because this is the team that you're trailing in the wild card, and this is a 2-game series. And at the very least, you wanted to come into the series and at least get a split. You lose the first game, so tomorrow is definitely a must win. But to lose this one tonight, it's frustrating. Wasn't the best game out there. You give credit to Alex Cobb, who was battling through a hip injury, and you give him a lot of credit to compete out there and to go out there even when he was not feeling his best, and he has done that a few times this year. It's just hard to watch. It's hard to watch where this team is headed right now, because in mid-May or in June, when we were one of the best teams in baseball, those were some fun times. The offense was clicking, the defense was doing well, starting pitching, bullpen. The Giants had the winning formula going, and we just have not been able to stay consistent in the second half of the season. What's going on, ZVEX? Another great live stream. Appreciate it. That means a lot. It really means a lot. Look, this was a tough loss, and I know how all of the Giants fans are feeling right now. I know that a tough loss like this, so shout out to each and every one of you coming in here, showing your support for the San Francisco Giants. And look, we keeping the faith. We're going to keep believing that this team is going to find a way to get into the playoffs. And look, the season is not over yet, even though right now, you're not feeling very good. You've lost 4 out of 5 games. You lost 3 out of 4 against the Rockies. So look, right now, this Giants team, they have got to dig deep and try to make it happen these last 11 games. And look, we said that it would probably take 84 or 85 wins to get to the playoffs. And so you're looking at, you have probably got to go, if you're at 76 wins to get to 84. And look, that doesn't guarantee that you'll get into the playoffs, but 84 would probably be the best case scenario for the San Francisco Giants. Well fought game by both sides, but I believe my Diamondbacks are pushing hard to keep that second wild card spot, but hopefully the Giants pull through in the final few series. Appreciate that, ZVEX, coming from an Arizona Diamondbacks fan. That really means a lot. Best of luck to your Arizona Diamondbacks. You guys have really played tremendous baseball. I can remember when I went to the game in that 4-game series back in San Francisco, and that was a big series for the Giants. We took 3 out of 4 from you guys, and at that time the Diamondbacks looked like that they were free falling, kind of sort of how we have been playing for the last couple of months. And you give credit to the Diamondbacks. They were able to come out of that. They were able to start playing great baseball. They got on a run, and even played so well that they got all the way up to the second wild card spot, overtook the Chicago Cubs. And so the Giants, we do still have an opportunity to get that third and final wild card spot. So we're going to go out there and continue to grind. Appreciate that, ZVEX, the support. And, we're going to go out there and do the best we can. I'm hoping that we can still, for the Giants, make a run. Because, look, if this Giants team can get into the playoffs as a wild card, I really do think that we're going to be a scary team for people to face, because I feel like when our bullpen is clicking and our offense is going and we can get some good starts from Logan Webb, and when you look at, you got Tristan Beck, you got Keaton Wynn, Ryan Walker, these are some guys in the bullpen that I think when given the opportunity to start ball games, I think they can make an impact, pretty significant impact in the starting rotation. So it is something I would like to see from those guys in the bullpen to get more starts for them. Keaton Wynn, Tristan Beck, Ryan Walker, Sean Manaea, he did good in his last start. He's been pitching well in the second half, and I give Manaea a lot of credit because didn't start off the best, but he has battled out there. And so right now for this Giants team, you're going to continue to grind. Anything is possible. You got 11 games, and to have a chance at that final wild card spot, it is probably likely going to take us at least we got to get to 84 wins. So we're going to have to go 8-3 in the final 11 games, and that is a daunting task, but it is certainly not impossible, and it can start tomorrow with a big win. We got our ace on the hill, so we're feeling good that we can go into tomorrow, get a big win, and try and salvage the series and get at least a split. Got to show support to all the teams battling for that final playoff spot, and maybe even the second wild card behind the Phillies. Yeah, it's going to be so much fun, ZVEX. And as a baseball fan, there's nothing like it. I haven't checked the updated wild card standings. One of those things where when my team loses, I know looking at it, it's not going to be fun in the sense of the last time I had checked the standings. But I do believe that I think the Giants are 2.5 or 3 games out of that final playoff spot. So again, it is not mathematically impossible, but you're looking at the Giants have to go at least probably 8-3 at the minimum, maybe even 9-2, because it's going to probably take 85 or 86 wins to get that third and final wild card spot. So we're going to go out there, continue to grind out at bats, and take it one game at a time. Look, the season is not over, and for the San Francisco Giants, they're going to keep fighting out there and battling. So we got 11 games to go, and let's make the most of it. Let's go, San Francisco Giants. And as we take a look at the offensive highlights of this game for the Giants 3 games behind since both Cubs and Marlins won today. Thank you for the update there, ZVEX. So yeah, 3 games. It is not mathematically impossible, but it is a daunting task. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So best of luck to all the teams out there battling for the wild card. I love the fact that the third wild card has been introduced in baseball, because I do believe it has brought a lot of excitement for teams that normally wouldn't wouldn't still have a chance at this time of year. It has given those teams an opportunity to still compete for a playoff spot. So that is something that I really enjoyed to see out there. And for my Giants, I mean, this is the last opportunity we have, to get that final playoff spot. So we're going to go out there, do the best we can, and whatever happens, happens. This season hasn't gone, the best, the way we thought it would. I felt that this Giants team could contend for the wild card and maybe even the division. But, when you play sloppy defense the way the Giants have this year, they have led the majors with 109 errors. Welcome in, everyone. What's going on, Robert? Let's run the table. Let's do it. Yep, I'm not giving up. I believe the Giants can still make a run. It just takes one game to get back on track, and you can go out there tomorrow. We got our ace on the mound in Logan Webb, and if we can pick up a huge win tomorrow, we can make a run. So let's do it. We're not going to go down. We're going to go down fighting all the way until the very end. So the fact that with 11 games to go, there is still a chance. And I know that 7 of those games are against the Dodgers, and that might be a good thing because we always play up to our competition. When we play the Dodgers, it is some of the most intense rivalry games that you're going to see in Major League Baseball. So I think that we're going to have a great opportunity in those 7 games to pick up some huge wins against the rival Dodgers. So let's do it. Let's go, San Francisco Giants. Let's keep the faith, keep the vibes going. Giants can do it. This defense is really terrible. I never would have expected this. I'm with you, Robert. I am shocked. I am beyond shocked that this defense has been as bad as they have been. We have gotten younger this year, and I felt like getting more athletic and younger. I would have thought we would play better defense, but it has just not been happening out there. It's been hard to watch. A lot of extra pitches from our pitchers, and it makes it hard out there when you're not catching the baseball. Hoping the Marlins and Cubs lose tomorrow. Yep, I'm with you. Z-Vex will definitely both be hoping for that tomorrow. What's going on, Greg Dayton? How's it going? Even if we win tomorrow, we'll get swept by LA. LA, it will be tough. The Dodgers, very tough. But like I said, I feel like we always play up to our competition. And against the rival Dodgers, those are some of the most intense rivalry games. So I definitely feel like we'll have a chance. But look, if I had to put money on if I think the Giants are going to make the playoffs this year at this point in the season, it's tough because look, I'm a diehard Giants fan. But if I have to be honest about what I'm seeing with this team, I am not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. The defense has just been awful. We starting pitching, Cobb has tried to do the best of what he can do out there. Kyle Harrison, we sent him back to AAA. So, this rotation has been running off a 2-man rotation. And, it's just going to make it tough on your bullpen when you're pitching as many bullpen games as the Giants have done this year. Now, and granted, it has worked out for most of the season, but I do think that you want to have 4 to 5 starters in that rotation. And, for what I feel like the Giants should do, try to give some starts to Keaton Wynn, Tristan Beck, Ryan Walker. These are guys that I feel like if given the chance to start multiple games, I think they could really develop into good starting pitchers, and it's something I would love to see. I know that they could be an asset in the bullpen, but right now, we're trying to see what we can do in that starting rotation. And I know definitely in the off season we're gonna go out, address the starting pitching, and we got to. What's going on, everyone? Good to see the support in the chat, even though tough times have been going on for the Giants. We're keeping the faith, always, forever. San Francisco Giants. What's going on, Kings? Though, at least you're better than the Angels, man. Tough on the West at the moment. Yeah, it's tough right now. We're going to continue to battle and grind out there. 1-9, bad stretch. Yeah, I did not realize that we are 1-9 in our last 10. It's just been very rough. And yeah, just very tough. 1-9. Could you project the 5 starting pitchers for next year? I would love to do that, Robert. Definitely got to go with our ace that will be leading the rotation next year, Shohei Ohtani. That's right, everyone. Shohei Ohtani will become a San Francisco Giant. That is what I believe will happen in free agency. I think this is the year in the offseason we finally go out and sign the big free agent in Shohei Ohtani. You got Logan Webb in that rotation leading the way. And I believe Alex Cobb, I think he'll be back because he'll be back healthy in that rotation. You'll have Kyle Harrison. We have another pitcher, Wisenhunt, who I think you'll see him make his debut at some point next year. So he is going to be a huge asset in the bullpen. And as far as another starter goes, I think we'll sign somebody. So right now I'm looking at, you're going to have Ohtani, Webb, Cobb, Wisenhunt, and maybe even some of those guys in the bullpen. So yeah, I think the starting rotation is going to look much better next season. And I mean, we cannot go through a full season with a 2 to 3 man rotation like what we tried to do this year. And unfortunately, I mean, the veteran starters that we had this year that were expected to give us quality innings in the rotation, Manaea, Stripling, Disclafani, Alex Wood. I mean, these 4 guys that when they are on top of their game, they are quality starting pitchers. They all underperformed this year. And, when you think about a couple years ago when we won 107 games, we were having a lot of guys having career years coming through. Disco had a big year. I think Alex Wood had a big year in 21. So, these guys were coming through for us. We had Gosman back then as well. And now this year, the Discos, the Alex Woods, Sean Manaeas, Ross Striplings, all of these guys really underperformed this year. And it left us with just 2 guys doing well in the rotation, Logan Webb and Alex Cobb. And I mean, they could only carry the Giants starting pitching for so long. So this has been tough, no doubt about it. But let's go out, continue to have fun out there, grind out at bats, have fun. Between you, Mariners, and Texas, Dodgers could do it, but I don't know if Ohtani will say yes. I think it'll be interesting. I definitely think Ohtani would love to come to the San Francisco Giants. I do think the Dodgers and Angels definitely will be in the running. But if you're Ohtani, I mean, you go to the Giants, you can still stay in California and on the West Coast. So, I mean, it's going to be so exciting to see how everything plays out. And it was great to hear the procedure that Ohtani had on his elbow went well. So praying for speedy recovery for Shohei Ohtani. Appreciate the support, everyone. We are going to be getting to our picks of the game. So would love to hear who you're taking as the player of the game. Appreciate that, Zvex. That really means a lot. I mean, this is what it's about. I love to see fans of the opposing teams come into the chat and talk baseball. So it's really great to see you, Zvex, in the chat. It's just awesome. I love to see it. It's always fun to hear from the other fans out there, and just great to see. No, Dallas will pay the bank for him. They might even ask Jerry Jones for a loan. Love the jokes there, King. That's awesome. And as for my player of the game today, I'm gonna take Jock Peterson. He had a big home run, his 14th of the season. He has, he's put up some solid numbers considering he hasn't started all the time. Peterson, 14 home runs, 50 RBIs. I think that he has given us solid at-bats, and he has come up clutch in clutch situations. So I'm going to take Jock Peterson as my player of the game. And thank you so much, everyone, for your incredible support. And let's make some noise for that YouTube algorithm. Let's smash up the like button. Thank you so much for your incredible support. Smashing that like button lets the YouTube algorithm know that this Giants video is important, so YouTube can recommend this post-game show to as many San Francisco Giants fans and baseball fans out there. So thank you so much for your support, everyone. Sub to you, since you did the Hawks Nest with my boy Brandon, but I do love them. Some baseball chat. Appreciate that, King. That is awesome. Yep, absolutely incredible. Doing the work with Brandon, a lot of fun. Appreciate the support, everyone. Thank you so much. And before we wrap up, definitely be sure to go show some incredible support to my great friend Eric, the legend at Hum Baby Baseball. If you haven't checked out his channel, you definitely don't want to miss it for amazing coverage of all things San Francisco Giants, excuse me, and all things Major League Baseball. So definitely be sure to go show Eric some support at Hum Baby Baseball. Appreciate that, everyone. Unfortunately, tonight, the San Francisco Giants lose a tough one, 8-4. They will try to regroup tomorrow and go for the split in this 2-game series, as we have our ace on the mound, Logan Webb. So let's get it done. Let's do it. Appreciate it, everyone. Hit that like button. Thank you so much. Hope you have a great rest of your night. Take care, and let's go, San Francisco Giants. Yep, West Division owns baseball. The NL West, one of the best divisions in all of baseball, and definitely this year, always getting it done. I mean, this NL West, so competitive. So let's make it happen. Giants, let's get that final wild card spot. Let's do it. We'll see you, everyone, tomorrow. Losing is an easy pain to take after you do it for a decade. Darn Angels. Yeah, I feel you there, Kingzo. That is, I can't imagine that. Although the Giants in the last 9 years, we have had a lot of losing. We've had only 2 playoff appearances in those 9 years. It's been a lot of losing, something that I haven't been used to, not since when I got to see 2010 through 2014, those 3 World Series titles in 5 years. I mean, some of the most exciting times of my life when I think about all of the great memories made. Hoping to make many more memories. San Francisco Giants, let's go. Appreciate the support, everyone.